Yo, what's up, traders? It's Sunday and it's December 6th, 2020. Only 3 weeks left in this crazy ass year. Right now, usually I do a weekly outlook with my accelerator mentoring group, but I'm having some issues with the Wi-Fi here in my office. So I'm going to just upload this later. I'm going to go out and go over some of the charts that I planned for our coaching call. And mostly I announced it on Instagram, or at least talked about it. I didn't really announce it. But I'm really watching the pound this week. So I think these next few weeks are going to be super, super volatile in the markets. Despite what they're saying on the news, the election is not over. So I'm not trying to make any type of political statement there. I'm just, don't be shocked, at least when you're watching it here, that, this, if it goes to the Supreme Court, there's a lot of different cases of voter fraud out there. And, despite what they're saying on the media, they're proving a case, and that case will probably be brought in front of the Supreme Court. So it's not like there's no evidence or anything like that. So expect some more volatility in regards to that for sure. There's still Brexit going on, and it seems like the 2 weeks are kind of this calm before the storm. I don't know if y'all are feeling it out there. I definitely was and am, and I think we always have the Santa Claus rally in one form or the other. 2 years ago was with Bitcoin, which it's pretty much to that same 20,000 mark now, and the markets are going to get crazy. Just expect that. That's all I'm saying. And with this whole election thing that's going on, this could be a catalyst for some incoming dollar strength, like in a big way. For sure, especially if Trump pulls some big wins or maybe is able to flip Georgia, then he'll be looking at Arizona and Nevada. So anyways, it could get crazy out there. I'm really excited about it because I'm really excited for volatility. The thing about volatile markets is that if you want volatile markets, it's not a bad thing. You just need to be prepared and be looking in a position to capitalize on those markets. So let me show my charts with you. It's going to be a great week. Looking at the pound, looking at some dollar pairs. And if you're new to me, my channel, thanks for watching. Click the links below to get started. I mentor and teach people and have taught thousands of people from beginner to intermediate to advanced. Technical analysis, strategies, price action, how to your own. There is no one strategy in the market. I'll just tell you that. But there is one strategy for you, and I want to help you figure that out, whatever that is, and get it dialed in. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of dedication, but I promise you, if you're dedicated to this process, you can make it happen for yourself. And so if you want my mentoring to take you to that next level, to get you funded with outside capital, step by step, just go click on the links below. We can book a call and see if you're fit for that program as well. So that being said, let's get into the markets, man. It's going to be an awesome week. I appreciate everybody on this call. And so first of all, I just want to look at the pound yen, right? I'm going to look at a couple pound pairs here, but this one is we're in a significant area, right? So this is a pretty big, we're trading in a triangle. Love these triangle formations. I didn't mean to do that with an arrow. But I love these triangle patterns. So there's a couple things going on here, though. When I'm trading the pound, I always look for the 78.6% retracement. You see from the high here to this last high to this low, this kind of double bottom thing we got going on here. 1, 2, and 78.6. By the way, for my normal viewers and followers, you might notice a few moving averages I have here. I'm working on this scalping strategy that's pretty badass. So I'll announce that as well. It'll be in our VIP group and in the academy. So it's pretty effective strategy. I know y'all are going to like it. It's super, just another tool in the toolbox. So thing to watch out for here is potentially a breakout. Obviously, that's always always a possibility, especially with the pound, that were the case. You know, this 127% extension is a great target. Of course, we have this big gap right here that still holding there, right? So that'd be looking to get filled at some point. So that's what I would be looking for if we do get that breakout. But and that is going to happen. Like, it's just a matter of time. Like, the pound is moving higher, I think, long term. But you know, is it going to happen this week? I kind of doubt it, and I'm thinking a move lower, especially with some not so great or stalemate Brexit news. That would be a catalyst to move it lower. So now let's approach that from a correlated standpoint, right? There's GBPJPY. Here we are with cable, right? Pound dollar. Huge rally midweek. 1.35 was broken. That's a major level for the pound. RSI looking pretty weak here. We broke through that level. And these are one of my favorite setups. Especially shout out to Alex out there. We text a bunch back and forth. He's in my accelerator program, also lives in Nashville. So he actually joined me for lunch yesterday, or as I was finishing up lunch at a vegan place right by his apartment. So shout out to you, man. He loves these setups as well, throwovers. And what we're talking about by a throwover is a breakout above some form or band of resistance, which turns out to be a false breakout, right? So we have a push higher, another push higher, one push, two push. The divergence gives it away beforehand on the RSI here and move lower. So I'd be looking for, though, a move higher to retest this area and then a big push lower. So we'll see if that accumulates. Now, where's it going? That is a tougher question to answer. 133 seems like a pretty good short-term target. It just depends on if we really get some dollar strength coming in the market or not. You know, here we are on Euro USD. This is worth pointing out here. RSI, daily RSI. Where do we go? Over here, right on these institutional fib levels, right? And cleared out this market imbalance here, taking out an institutional candle, although we still have one up here and a lot more going on above it. But this is pretty much the top of this head and shoulder pattern that we've been trading in for years now, literally years. And I honestly, I knew we were going to get here, but wow, I can't believe we're here. So, but now that we're here, I think a pullback seems pretty likely. A move lower to around the 119 area seems really doable, which would be about this breakout point. We also have some improper price action going on here. Institutional candle, which seems like a really great target for a pullback before we make that march to 124 area, and eventually, you know, challenge these highs up here. Remove this so y'all can see the prices, and that seems pretty likely for Euro USD. Now, split the difference between the two. Here we are on Euro Pound. Okay, so I think this looks like a great setup. This would mean there's a couple setups that could go both ways, but this would mean if pound dollar really broke down. Now we could draw this. We could set this as a channel like that, and just a good old-fashioned channel here. But this seems a little more in line with what's been happening with price action, and why we got a big move to the upside here, to me, seems like because we got a false move lower where that caught they caught buyers getting people short down here. Then they got caught going the other way. And so both sides got stopped out. And here we are retesting the backside of this triangle. So this makes a lot of sense. And, you know, I could see us moving much higher, at least to 78.6. Like I said on the earlier, something about the pound and that 78.6% retracement is going to be big. So last one on the pound I really want to cover, and we traded it. And by the way, there's a lot of good setups this week. It would take me a couple hours to go through all of them. And my charts actually reset themselves, which is good. I don't mind when that happens because it gives me an opportunity to revisit everything. But so we had this, you know, this big move lower in GN. Two things could happen here, right? So we could be retesting. This is definitely a possibility. We could be retesting this support, which we broke through, which would open the doorway to a move lower. And that seems very likely. But right now, as long as we stay above this trend line, right? So I see us in more of a descending wedge pattern, with this being a false breakdown. So the way I like to trade and look at them is that a false breakdown typically going to lead to a breakout. And this would make a lot of sense in terms of New Zealand strength. So I know I just showed you, or New Zealand weakness. I know I just showed you like 4 charts in a row of pound weakness coming in. So if I did that, then I showed you something where pound would rally, that would logically make much sense. So this is the logic behind that, and this is why I think this could be a possibility and kind of be on its own terms, is NZD USD. Just this massive reversal that's going on here. You know, we hit these huge highs in the RSI here, was got short here on NU, and then just kept pushing and pushing higher. And I believe now we're breaking down. This is the institutional buy to sell move, which we're retesting. By the way, we have a lot of improper price action and market imbalances going on up here, which could be revisited after we get a pullback. So this is looking good. I really like this moving lower. I shared this chart in the VIP signals chat. And so the thing is, if we are moving lower here, and it certainly looks that way, definitely looks like we're breaking down. That would mean some ensuing NZD weakness. Now, I would actually like to see a retest somewhere up here, and then that opened the doorway for then a big move lower. But so if this is the case, we get that NZD weakness like I'm talking about, then that would make perfect sense in terms of pound Kiwi, which if you're trading this one, be careful. This thing moves super fast, really volatile, but if you can catch it in the right move, it can be very profitable. So really like this setup here. I think it's going to work out really well, especially if we can hold above this area of support and this false breakdown here. So it's going to be an awesome week, everybody. I'm really excited about it. Thanks for watching. Click the links below to get started in our community and begin that road now. It's 2021. You got to ask yourself, how long are you going to just keep on trying to figure this out on the own, or going from one thing or to the other to the next, when this program does and will work if you're willing to put the time and the effort in. So let's have an awesome week, everybody. Peace.